Kanu has been there for so long. He's been to several courts on several occasions. They can't even agree on what to do. And between me and you, Dr. Abati, you're a lawyer. Justice delayed is justice denied. This man has been taken to various courts. They don't even know which charges to give him anymore. This man was abducted out of this country. The manner of abduction was in itself illegal. It's a shame. It's a shame that this country will be involved in a thing like that.
Hello and what's up, guys? In this video we have breaking news coming from Afenifere, the Yoruba socio-cultural group. They are making a bold demand. Nnamdi Kanu must be released now. Afenifere has called on President Bola Tinubu to act immediately and free the detained IPOB leader. They say Kanu is not just a prisoner but a political detainee, someone being held unfairly for his beliefs. In a strong statement, Afenifere condemned his continued detention, calling it unjustifiable. The group's deputy leader, Oba Oladipo Olaitan, signed a communiqué after a crucial meeting at the home of Pa Ayo Adebanjo, and they are not mincing words. They argue that since Kanu was adopted in 2021 and forcefully brought back to Nigeria, the legal process has been a mess. Courts have given conflicting rulings and many believe his trials was never fair to begin with. Afenifere says it is time for justice, time for national unity. Their message to Tinubu: release Nnamdi Kanu now, no more delay. Guys, I will let you watch this video for yourself so you can see exactly what I am talking about. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Take a look, guys, and remember to share your thoughts after watching.
The leadership of the Yoruba socio-cultural group Afenifere has called on President Bola Tinubu to release the detained leader of the indigenous peoples of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. The group said on Tuesday that fair hearing for the IPOB leader may no longer be guaranteed due to controversial and conflicting legal proceedings in different courts. The group also argued that Kanu should be released in the interest of justice and national reconciliation, and that there is no justification for his continued detention without trial. Dr. Abati, the group described him as a political detainee, but it's just I was quite interested in this story because, Afenifere is the Yoruba group and then IPOB is the Igbo group. Go ahead. Really
well, the Afenifere, under the leadership of Oba Adebanjo, has been very consistent in saying that, look, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be freed and that a political solution should be found to this particular case. And now this particular meeting was presided over at the home of Chief Adebanjo in Sanya-Ogbo in Ogun State, which is where the Afenifere usually meets. And the Oba Oladipo Olaitan and our good friend Prince Faloye signed this particular statement. One, they are asking that Nnamdi Kanu, should be released because this will look like something that can be resolved in the interest of national unity and reconciliation. So Afenifere is consistent in that regard. Yeah. Now, it's an issue that came up under President Buhari. President Buhari said at the time that the courts should be allowed to do their job. But the wheel of justice grinds very slowly in Nigeria. And now Afenifere is taking up the matter again, saying President Tinubu should look at this matter and make sure it is resolved. How about Nnamdi Kanu? You said Nnamdi Kanu is a political detainee and that he should be released in the spirit of unity and reconciliation. Even when you know that since the time of President Buhari has been saying this matter is in court. Let the judges, let the courts decide. Well, I know the Kanu has been there for so long. He's been to several courts on several occasions. They can't even agree on what to do. And between me and you, Dr. Abati, you're a lawyer. Justice delayed is justice denied. This man has been taken to various courts. They don't even know which charges to give him anymore.
This man was abducted out of this country. The manner of abduction was in itself illegal. It's a shame. It's a shame that this country will be involved in a thing like that. But they did it. Okay, now you took that gentleman to court and he's been there for years. If you want to take him through justice, dispense justice with him, and then that's it. If you're going to jail him, jail him. If you're not going to jail him, let him go. What's the point of just keeping somebody there? And all of us Nigerians should be ashamed that we are being linked to this. In the turn, it's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame that this is what we turned this country to be. A Nigerian, a citizen, and you treat him like this in his own country. It's a shame. All progressive Nigerians should stand up and say this should stop. This shenanigans should stop. How long should we continue with this? If this man has committed an offense, sentence him. That's it. But if he hasn't, let him go. What is happening is wrong. It's wrong. To any right-thinking person, it is wrong. And Afenifere will continue to fight for whoever in such a position. That is what we are known for. We'll fight against any injustice from wherever it is coming from. We'll fight against it. And Nnamdi Kanu'S is just there. We've been doing this. We've been doing this for years. We know it's a template. I don't want to start repeating over and over what we do. A fellow of mine, one of my friends came on the television and talked about sugar bar to you. I was personally involved. I was the special advisor to Lagos State Governor then when this matter happened. And I was the person going around all over putting things together for sugar bar before it was finally released. Afenifere, he was not a member of our party. No. Well, look, we won't let this happen. And exactly what is happening now. We stood up for Dele. We stood up for him.
Nnamdi Kanu, the release of Nnamdi Kanu, as such, that could bring about national reconciliation. We actually do not want it to be seen as a political issue. Any moment from now, maybe in the next 6 months or thereabout, you will see politicians begin to discuss 2027 and thereabout. And so we feel that it is very important at this time, because there is no way you will discuss issue of security in this country, issue of national reconciliation, issue of southeast of Nigeria without the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. So we feel that, yes, there is no useful purpose for his detention. Detaining Nnamdi Kanu up till now will not serve Nigeria any useful purpose. By releasing him will go a long way, to calm down the frayed nerves in the country, and for us to have, in Nigeria, everybody at least will have a better sense of belonging. I finally just feel at this time that there is no need for federal government continuing to. In fact, I wouldn't know whether there was any need to have even detained him in the first place, particularly for this long.
The president for being bold enough to say that what happened was not right, and then going ahead to ensure that immediately these children were released. But going, apart from that, we should also investigate the status of other detainees in different cases and challenges in those detention facilities to be sure that we are complying with international African Charter on Human Rights and our relevant constitutional provision that an accused is deemed innocent until proven guilty. So you can't use starvation to kill the person even before he's made to have his day in court. And I think I will join to this by also pleading with the president the same way he reacted and responded to the feeling of Nigerians and the international community by discontinuing the embarrassing trial of these minors. He should also listen to the pleas from eminent Nigerians, eminent Igbo leaders, eminent individuals in different parts of the country, lawmakers and so on and so forth, who has at one time or the other called on the president to embark on the path of political solution in the Nnamdi Kanu case by discontinuing the trial. So you can see by what the president did in the minors case, he has exercised his constitutional power through the Attorney General take under Section 174 thereabout to discontinue any criminal trial, even treason that has a murder charge at any stage of that trial. So now that you have invoked it for this, kids that were charged for treason. Also invoke that the same section 174 thereabout in the case of Nnamdi Kanu'S by discontinuing the trial. The trial has brought, so it has prolonged the return to the path of peace in the East. It has cost the East so much. It has even cost the country so much. There is of insecurity, there is loss of life, there is killing, there is destruction going on left, right, and center with accusation and counter-accusation surrounding it. What a listening president will do is to say, okay, let's find a political solution, and which is to discontinue the trial of Nnamdi Kanu, release him on bail, and then embark on the path for finding sustainable solutions to those security challenges. Remember, under Section 14, the primary responsibility of government is the protection of lives and property. So why do we have government? If government cannot protect lives and property, if government cannot listen to the people, if government cannot do things that can bring stability, then it's not government. So what I'm saying in effect is that this is a government, and they should live up to their responsibility by listening to what the people are asking for. When we had challenges in Niger Delta, when the bombing of oil pipeline, kidnapping of oil workers, killing of oil workers, there's a lot of atrocities that was happening then, whether right or wrong. But government, because they know their responsibility, their economic responsibility and their welfare responsibility, embarked on a peace-building effort that led to the resolution of the Niger Delta crisis, that led to the issue of Niger Delta Ministry, different agencies that were put in place, amnesty and so on and so forth, all aimed at finding lasting solution. Even the security and pipeline contract was also given to Niger Delta people, and a lot of incentives that was given to Niger Delta people, and peace returned. And then when you had challenges in North Central, Buhari government was tinkering around grazing route, farm settlement, and all sorts of things, even though some of them people didn't find it funny. Those ones that has to do with taking away people's land, because they believe that some of the businesses that are leading to this conflict are private businesses, so they should be handled the same way private businesses are being. But government still went extra mile for that to say, okay, let's see how we can help them as Nigerians to be able to do their business in a way that it is less criminals and so on and so forth. So government did that. Even as bad as Boko Haram issue that has to do with somebody waking up because of whatever they live, killing people, beheading people, that is a heinous crime, bigger than even treason. But still, government went on negotiations at different times. Government went on rehabilitation. Imagine rehabilitating a murderer that enjoys beheading. But government still was doing it because government wants lasting and sustainable solution. Now, issues that were, triggered by injustice and unfair treatment and exclusion and so on and so forth leads to this agitation in the East. Up till now, the federal government has not sit down on the table to discuss with Southeast leaders and Southeast youth. This even goes a long way to show that they don't care about what happens to the East. They don't care about us. They don't care whether we'll survive. They don't care whether we are dying or whether we're killing ourselves. In a country that today, whether you like it or not, we are the biggest investors outside our region. How many of the regions have massive investment in other regions? That means the Igbo man is one that even believes in the sustainability of the Nigerian project. That is why he can invest in a zone or a land where he does not come from. So, but just ordinarily sit down and let's find a solution. Because the root cause is also rooted to these issues of exclusion. Injustice that have spanned for decades. And the more you are alienated, the more you tell the ones that are growing that you are not wanted. And that's why you see the result to all these crises that have brought instability. Now, instead of finding a way to calm nerves and restore it, you go about showing them, I don't care about you. So I'm using this as I'm commending the president for freeing discontinuing the treason charges against those kids. Also begging him that exercise the same constitutional provision under Section 174 thereabout, and let the Attorney General issue a knowledge and discontinue the trial of Nnamdi, and especially at the time that the judicial system has made conclusive pronouncement at different times, Federal High Court, different court, that this trial has no legal basis. At least in these cases there have been final pronouncement, but you're still fighting and must prove that he's guilty. That means hate. That means you hate the tribe. Because there's judgments of court that have said release him. The invasion of his house was an attempt to assassinate and kill him. Everybody saw the day the people invaded. There was no cause for that. And the people were beheaded and killed and massacred in tens. And the man ran for his life. Nnamdi did not run away or jump bail. He invaded somebody's house. Just like the time those murderers from my area, in the name of politics, invaded to attempt to behead me and killed some of my family members. Didn't we flee? At the end of the day, when we were able to survive, are we going to, even if I was on bail, I should keep the head so that they can cut it off like ancient Greece. So the man had to run to survive. And then the extraordinary rendition is unknown to our law. It was a clear case of kidnap and abduction, which the court have also declared as illegal. So I've been sure there's even no trial. So why isn't Nnamdi still in detention? Because he's an Igbo man. That's why you have the same another traditional ruler that is kept in Lagos prison that the Lagos State government is trying, because he said, if you don't stop attacking our businesses, if you don't stop killing our people, we are going to bring help to defend our place. Instead of you dealing with the hate that your people are projecting there in Lagos, that is leading to killing of our people, burning of our businesses, because we are exercising our constitutional right to either vote or choose leaders. You went after the traditional ruler who spoke in defense of their people, because they're an Igbo person. Other people in that same Lagos, both the traditional ruler has called for genocide against our people. None of them were charged.